Hi guys, True Souls Emporium here with your weekly card read as it is a Tuesday. If I actually remember this, we can draw 3 cards rather than just one. Okay, so as you can tell, we are using Stephen D. Farmer's Earth Magic Oracle cards again. Let's see what the week ahead has for us. Okay, so that's the first card. So this is about creating your reality. There's been a lot of different shifts going on recently, and we've been told to step up, we've been told to step back, we've been told to do all sorts. This is about creating what it is that you want. Okay, so this week is all about going inwards and finding that dream, finding what it is that that is going to be your life's ambition, effectively. It's one of those strange cards. I mean, obviously, this is the Aboriginals from Australia thing. It would be sort of sweat lodge if you were Native American. It's that sort of thing. It's a way to communicate with, essentially connecting with your true path, connecting with your ancestors, connecting with your past, present, and future self, and making that connection to make the creation for the future. If that makes sense. Bear with me, there are 2 more cards. So, number 2. Oh, look, ancestors. So this kind of, it goes back to what I was saying about the connecting with people who have been before and after. You've got the red, white, the black. It's blood, bone, and spirit. It is one of those, this is everything that has been passed down to you. There's been a lot of talk of generational curses and breaking things like that, but don't forget your ancestors also gave you blessings as well as curses. They've passed down strength, they've passed down love, they've passed down determination. These were all good qualities. Just don't take them to extremes, because if you take certain things to extremes, you get stubborn, things like that. So it's knowing where that fine line is. So although your ancestors have given you all of this is saying, well, it's kind of time to move away from that and create a different future. So you've had all this in the past, but now you've got a different future coming. So let's have a look at card 3, is submerged. Okay, so a lot of what our ancestors have given us is submerged. There's a lot of different colours going on here. So this is it's a full body, a full emotional thing, because you've got the water here, obviously, with the iceberg. I'm thinking emotional again, emotional triggers, that some are good, some are bad. Learning what is your trigger and how to move around it if it is a negative thing. I have learned that an awful lot of negativity comes from, for example, fear. I think fear is one of our base emotions, and a lot of negativity comes from that. Fear of being without, fear of failure, lots of different things that will cause us to do this. And a lot of the generational stuff that will come down will be things like poverty consciousness and things like that. They've literally come from nothing. But the gratitude is what comes into this, being thankful. Have you got food on the table or in the fridge? Have you got petrol in the car? Are you about to get photobombed by a cat? Have you got technology? If you're watching this, you've got technology, which is more than your ancestors had. So it is one of those things of, you need to create the future that your ancestors never had. They never dreamed of. They couldn't foresee any of this. And a lot of what your ancestors have given you may well be submerged, but we can we can work with that. We can access your Akashic records. We can access spirits that have passed before. We can access many things. And it doesn't necessarily have to be generational trauma. It can be generational successes as well. And the very fact that you are here is a miracle. I'm sure I have said that already recently. The very fact that you are here is an absolute miracle. And it is one of those things of, yeah, give the thanks for it. Be thankful, be grateful. The more that you are grateful for, the more that you will get to be grateful for. And this is where I think the submerged comes into it, because that's part of us that is submerged. We aren't taught to be grateful. We're taught to have lack. We're brought up in a very consumerist society, whereby if you haven't got X, Y, and Z, you're not keeping up with the Joneses, and you're not, you have no status symbols, you have no proof that you are who you say you are, and it's that sort of thing. So create a future for yourself where you don't need this. Create a future for yourself where you can step away from that and be thankful for things that have been passed down, your knowledge, your strength, your love, your dedication. Be thankful for all of that. Don't look at the generational curses at all. Sort of, work with them, but move away from them. Break that curse. Break it. Step away from it. Break that cycle. If you were picked on at work as the new kid, don't pick on the next new kid. Break that cycle. Okay, it is one of those things, and eventually, all that is submerged comes to the surface anyway. But the more that we are aware of it, the more, or the less rather, that it is going to have a negative impact on us. The more that we can tear in and say, okay, so this needs to come to the surface. I need to work with this. What is it? And look at it objectively rather than emotionally. And that, I think, is sort of the key for this week. So there are a few shifts coming up, and if we're breaking generational traumas or moving away from ancestral negativity into ancestral positivity, it's that shift. It's creating that shift into moving forward, into moving away from what's held us back in the past. And that's what's submerged. It's the things that have held us back that are submerged. So we need to find them, work with them, and break any sort of generational issues that are going with it. And give thanks for the generational blessings, because these are the things that they've got us where we are. They've got our ancestors where they were. Without them, we would not exist. It is that simple. So giving thanks for the good stuff, and not ignoring the bad stuff, but working around it, working with it, seeing the positive in the negative. I think that's the key for this week, seeing the positive in the negative. Okay, guys, I think that's what I'm getting for this week. Lots and lots of colours going on here. So like I say, this is a full sort of body thing. Full emotional. There's a lot going on here, so prepare for a few shifts this week, okay? But they are all going to end up being positive as long as you look at them from a positive mindset in the first place. All right, guys. For my TikTokers, I will be back tomorrow with your card of the day. For my YouTubers, I will be back next week. Bye for now.